Hey y'all, welcome to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. So this week we're doing another meal prep video, so I hope you're ready. High protein meals for weight loss, let's go. Breakfast, we're doing a high protein yogurt bowl with granola and fruit. Lunch is one of those viral cottage cheese and egg wraps, but we're doing it sandwich style. So we're doing turkey and cheese, arugula. You'll see, it'll be great. And then dinner, we're doing teriyaki chicken, green beans, and rice. Super simple. I try to keep it super simple for you guys this week because last week was a little more complicated. And then the last one you can count as a dessert or a snack. It's really up to you, however you want to eat it, but it's a high protein chocolate peanut butter cake. And then we're going to do some Greek yogurt on the top as like a frosting, and then some fruit on the side. It's so good. I already made this one and love. So let's jump right into it. Let's go make these meals. It should take you no more than an hour and a half, except for the marinating of the chicken. That takes a little bit longer, of course, but the cooking, prepping, packing, hour and a half. Easy. Anyway, let's go. Next thing is the meat. So just take your meat. I ended up trimming the fat after the fact, but I did marinate it for about 3 hours. You want to marinate it 3 hours or overnight, preferably overnight. And then here I'm just doing our breakfast yogurt bowls, our protein yogurt bowls, and I'm gonna do 3 different flavors. So this one here is just vanilla. So I just took my vanilla extract, my perfect amount of yogurt, I weighed it, and then I took the flavor I wanted to make. So this one is vanilla. I made 1 vanilla, I made 2 chocolate, and 2 peanut butter. And I'm just gonna add the same thing in each one. The flavor of protein powder into the yogurt, a little bit of vanilla extract, and I'm gonna stir it really well, and then I'm gonna put it in the bowls. Like I said, they're already pre-weighed, and this is 2 servings in this bowl right here because like I said, I did 2 chocolate and 2 peanut butter. And then I'm just gonna divide them up, and then we're gonna add fruit in a little bit. I already weighed all the banana for all 5 days and the peanut butter for all 5 days, but it came out to 25 grams of blueberries in each for every single day, and then 40 grams of banana sliced up in each one for every day. So I'm just going to put it all together. Here I have my granola for the whole week, and I'm just going to take my granola with me to work and then pull 1 container of yogurt every day for breakfast. Okay, next thing, we're gonna make our viral cottage cheese and egg wrap. So I decided to just put it on 1 tray, and I did the whole container of cottage cheese, so that's about 2 cups, and then I did 2 eggs, a little bit of salt. I ended up adding pepper and some Italian spices at the end, which you're not gonna see, and I put it in the bowl, and then I realized I had to blend it. So you can just put it straight into the blender. You don't have to even waste your time or make a dish dirty. Put it straight in the blender, blend it up for like a minute. You want everything to be well incorporated, and then you're just gonna line your pan. I put oil on the bottom so the parchment paper will stick, and then I spray the top so that the wrap would come off really easy, which it did, and then spread it all out, season it, put it in the oven. It was really quick. It cooked up in about half an hour, and I ended up dividing it into 4 servings. Anyways, let's move on to the next one. So this one here is our butter chocolate protein cake. You can use whatever flavor protein you have. I wanted to do a few chocolate and a few peanut butter, but I thought I messed up my batter, and then later on when I baked it, it baked up really dry because I didn't add the correct amount of liquid. So as you can see at this point, I'm like, dude, it's too wet. So I end up adding more protein powder and everything. I just kind of like put all 5 batches in that 1 bowl, and then I don't add the correct amount of water because I got worried. I completely forgot that you have to add the full serving of water because the oats become really soft and they absorb all of the liquid, and then you end up with a really dry cake. So just trust me, it's going to be super duper watery with the recipe, but you want it really watery because then it's going to absorb everything. You don't have to bake it on like any kind of container or like muffin tin. You bake it right in these glass containers. They hold up really well. They don't stick very well, but I did add a little bit of spray of olive oil inside there just in case. And here they are, all 5 of them. They take about 20 minutes to cook, but you want to watch it. If you want it more gooey, you can totally eat it raw because there's nothing in there that will make you sick if you eat it raw, but it's up to you. Eat it at your own risk. And then I have our strawberries here. So I just took all of the strawberries. It's 100 grams per container. Slice them all up. Of course, I washed them first. Wash them, clean them, take off the tops, cut them into pieces, put them into each container. And then I'm just gonna mix the yogurt in this bowl so it's better. And I kind of made it into like this sweet vanilla frosting. So you're just gonna add vanilla extract and your sweetener of choice. That's it. And then mix it up really, really, really good. And then I think it was about 5 ounces. I'm not sure at this point, but it will be at the end. And it's also in the description, okay, guys? All of the recipes are always in the description. So just look there. So I'm gonna put all the yogurt in each bowl, spread it out. Of course, you wanna wait until everything is cool. Do not put cold yogurt and cold fruits in these bowls. When they're piping hot out of the oven, they can crack or shatter. So wait till they're cool off and then put your cold items in there. And so after this, I'm just gonna fill it all up and then cover it and put it in the fridge because they are nice and cold at this point. And we're back to our lunch menu. So I waited till it cooled, cut it into 4 pieces. You can do this in 1 serving, you can do it in 2 servings. It's up to you and it's up to your macros. I did it in 4. And then at this point I realized, hello, you didn't make enough for 5 meals, ma'am. You only did it for 4. So I took enough cheese for 4 days, and then I took that whole package of turkey, sliced turkey, and I'm going to use that whole 11 ounces for the next 4 days. I have 2 tomatoes in there. I don't want to slice them because they do get really yucky as they sit in their own juices. So I'm going to cut it as I need it at work. I'm just going to take all the lunches with me on Monday to work so I can just eat it as I need to. I did some arugula, put a bunch of it in that container and just closed it up. And then for my cottage cheese and egg wrap, I just decided to put it in a Ziploc because at this point my fridge is really, really full of breakfasts, lunches, dinners, and my family's food as well. So I just took a Ziploc, I put pieces of parchment paper in between so it doesn't stick or tear or break, and then I gently put all of them in the bag one by one. I'm going to zip them up and they take up very, very little space like this, so love it. And here is the mayonnaise mix I'm making for my wraps. So I did 2 tablespoons per day. You won't see it here, but I added paprika, some pepper, and some other spices. But like I said, you're not going to see it because I did it off camera. I decided to do that a little bit later. And then here I am just trimming the chicken because I was like, why in God's name is there so much fat on the chicken? This is boneless skinless that I get from Costco, chicken thighs, and they're normally trimmed of a lot of the fat, but this one was really fatty. So I just took it, trimmed all the fat, put it on that tray and cooked it for about 20 to 30 minutes in the oven at 425. While it's cooking, I decided to assemble all of my green beans and my rice that's gonna go with my teriyaki chicken. I'm just gonna put an equal amount in every meal. What you can do also is just bulk weigh your total amount in one container and then distribute, and you'll be fine. You just eyeball it, put it in your containers. As long as you consume that within the next 5 days, then you should be fine macro-wise. So chicken's done. I waited till it cooled a little bit, and then I'm just gonna chop them up, weigh them as I go. Make sure the correct ounces is in each container, or at least close to it. Because I didn't weigh this chicken after I took it out of the oven. You can do that. You can weigh the whole amount and just put what you need, chop that up, and then just divide it however you want. But I was being pretty accurate, divided all the chicken, put them in each container, and then I'm gonna just take some covers and cover it, but that's after I put some of the sauce on here. So the sauce was just from the pan and I just sprinkled it over, but here it is, you guys. This is everything. It was super easy this week, and I hope you're here for the next one. Okay, you guys, that is it for today's video. Thank you for stopping by and joining me for this week's meal prep. I hope you find some inspiration in the kitchen to get creative with your cooking, because meal preps do not need to be boring. You can get as creative as you want. Just make sure you stay under those macros, or not. It's up to you. Anyways, I will see you guys on the next video. Ahui ho.